So this is the question we're going to have a look at today. So figure 3.50 shows the plan of two spheres A and B resting on the horizontal plane. Draw the plan and elevation of the two spheres and show the projections of the smallest sphere which rests on the horizontal plane and touches both sphere A and B. Show all points of contact. So I have our plan and elevation there of the two spheres drawn already. Just to speed things up a moment. And what we're going to do now is draw the smallest sphere possible that touches A and B. Okay. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to set up an auxiliary here as close as I can to this plan view before I go off the page. I can get an extra piece of paper anyway there if I need to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up an auxiliary looking in this direction here. So we are going to see exactly where this smallest sphere is able to touch A and B. Okay. So our auxiliary, so our x1, y1 is going to be parallel with a line joining the two centers of the sphere. So that line there joining our two centers, I'm going to set up an x1, y1 parallel with that. I'm going to keep it as close as possible to sphere B just because of space issues. So that's y1, x1. So I'm going to bring down my centers here now. So that's my center for B, center for A, and you go back two view, so one view, two view, so it's off the elevation there now, so I'm going to be getting my heights. So B is that far away, and A that far away. So I can draw these in now in their auxiliary views. So that's A. B might go off the page, but it's okay because all I want is this little portion of B, so I'll draw in as much as I can of B. Yeah, that'll do. That's perfect. Okay, so B continues on there, but it's in here. I need it. So to get the smallest possible circle in here now that touches the x1, y1 because it must touch the horizontal plane in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find it in this view, bring it back, draw it in plan, then I can just bring it up and draw it in elevation. Right, so I'm kind of working back through my views. So what we must do, similar to other questions we've done previous in this chapter, is we must set up a plot of loci and a loci in this circle, a loci for A, loci for B, and where they intersect, that will give us the radius of the circle. So that's B, A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 5 millimeters intervals from the x1, y1 up into my auxiliary. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Now I'm going to draw them lines parallel to the x1, y1. So we're going to go parallel to the x1, y1. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to deal with circle A first, sphere A first. I'm going to add 5 millimeters each time to the radius of this sphere and swing it until it crosses its corresponding line, blue line here. So what was sphere A? Sphere A was 23. So I'm going to add 23 and 5. Set it there on my compass. That's my first point. Then 28 plus 5. add another 5. So that's as far as I'm going to go for a minute, okay? So I'm going to do that in yellow, in freehand. So I'll start underneath here. So that's our start. Low 5 dim points anyway. Now I'm going to do the exact same for B. So B was, its original radius was 32.5. They really made this awkward. 32.5, and I'm going to add 5 to each that every time. So all I'm doing is adding 5 each time to the radius, making it extend out. I'm going to go one more 5, but I've seen it cross already. 752.5. And doing that loci of points, which we've done before in class. So I'm going to do this in green. What's that right in there then? Now where those points have intersected each other, I'm going to bring a line down perpendicular to the XY one, and that is giving me the radius then of the smallest sphere possible. If my accuracy has served me well. So then, keep the radius of the compass, bring back the center point through the views. So bring it back there till it crosses. Bring it up there then, in elevation. Bring it up to elevation, I should say. Mark the radius up from the XY one, because it's on the ground. So, that's part A of the question found anyway, okay? That is my smallest sphere found. To get the points of contact in, we're going to go back to our auxiliary once again. And what we're going to do is we're going to join our centers here to the centers. See where they cross here, we can bring them back through the views then to find the points of contact. So, B gets joined with the center, and A and centers join. So where they cross there and there, I'm going to bring them back to that center line between the 3 circles in plan. That gives me here and here, point of contact, point of contact. And what I'm going to do now in elevation, I'm going to join my centers again. And I'm just going to bring them points of contact straight up until they intersect with them center lines. So there now, and there, that's our point of contact, and that's our point of contact. So that's the question fully completed there now.